Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It is Norwich, it is Liverpool, it is Carabao Cup action at Carrow Road. I am here to predict Jurgen Klopp's starting 11 for this one. Wish me luck. This is going to be quite difficult, I am sure. So before we get into it, we actually looked into the rules and regulations on the substitutions, and it turns out we were a little bit wrong when we did the build-up show, so apologies for that one. It's 3 subs from 7 in the Carabao Cup this season by the looks of things, so that changes obviously what we were thinking the bench might have been looking like. Obviously Pep Lijnders did a press conference at midday today, so we know that the likes of Kelleher are going to be starting in goal. We know that Kurt Jones is supposed to be starting in this one as well, but we'll go through the sides. I'll give you my reasons, we'll get into the comments sections and everything else, and we'll talk a little bit about substitutions and subs later on in the video. So let's start with the goalkeeper that we've been told is going to start. If I don't get 2 right in this, then I am an idiot, and I am an idiot, so I will not get 2 right. But I'm going to go for Kelleher. I'm going to go for Kostas Tsimikas in at left-back again for Andrew Robertson. I'm going to go Joe Gomez tentatively at left-sided centre-half. I'm going to pair him with Big Nat Phillips, the hero, the man that we love and that we know so much about. And then I'm going to go and go a little bit mad and go Conor Bradley. Now, there's an option, I think, to maybe play Canate with Nat Phillips and maybe put Gomez over on the right-hand side. But with Neco being sort of ruled out and with Trent Alexander-Arnold falling ill on the day of the game at the weekend, it's either going to be Conor Bradley or it's going to be Joe Gomez or it's going to be James Milner. But I've got James Milner playing in the centre of the park right there in that number 6 position. I'm going to say that Kurt Jones plays ahead of him with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'm going to go Minamino. I'm going to go Kai Gordon over on the right-hand side, but that's hope more than expectation. And then I'm going to go Big Divock Origi up front. Michael McGuinness just says, here we go. Come on, lad, let's see what you've got. Michael, thank you for being a member for 15 months. That black and white badge means a lot to me, and I hope it means a little bit to you as well. So I'm just going to throw a load of lads on the board to begin with for the subs, because these are the subs that we can pick from. I'm going to say that Alisson's probably not going to be involved, so I'm going to keep just throwing lads on there until we reach the end of the amount of lads I've got in my hand. Sadio Mane, I've got Alisson there, I've got Virgil van Dijk there, I've got Trent Alexander-Arnold there. So ruled out with an illness at the weekend? No. Don't even be stupid and get involved in Virgil van Dijk, no. And Alisson, after night off, son, you've been sensational this season. So we've got a few lads that we can pick from here. Obviously it's 7 substitutes as we found out in the Carabao Cup. Let's have a look at what the team might look like if Joe Gomez was to play at right back, because I think right now it probably is a little bit of a problem position with Trent and Neco probably being out. I like the look of that. It looks like a solid back line, doesn't it, to be honest with you? I mean, I'm not thinking here that I'm worried about Norwich attacking us with Joe Gomez, Nat Phillips, Iba Konate and Kostas Tsimikas, but I do like the shout of Conor Bradley. I think we know a little bit about him. We know that he's well thought of around the academy and stuff. Maybe it'd be a good opportunity to play against, to be fair, to play with a good back line in this game as well. Now, obviously, I'd say Joe Gomez is in there as well. And one of the things that I like about this side in particular is that it's got a cracking little spine here, hasn't it? And you can include Origi in that spine as well, I suppose, because he's been here a long time, he's experienced, he sort of looks like now like he's in a little bit of form, so maybe you can include him. Not like the Premier League winning spine or whatever. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of talk about Kai Gordon, 16 years old. Is he going to get that debut for Liverpool Football Club? And I'd love to see it, to be honest. I loved seeing him pre-season, and everything I've seen of him makes me think there's a player there like everybody else who's watched him, of course. But I think, I was unsure how to line these up, because we'd seen Divock through the middle. I thought I'd throw him there. I'd actually probably personally be a little bit more interested to see Minamino in the false nine, because I know what Origi's going to give us on that left-hand side. I know what he's going to give us in the centre. But I don't know, and I've said on the last sort of 2, maybe 3 starting 11s about how I'm not ready to write Minamino off. Well, I want to see him in the 9 to see if that's the job that he's been sort of brought in to do. Is he going to be a backup? Is it just going to be as simple now as Jota and Firmino are fighting over that number 9 slot when they're both fit? Or will Jota go maybe back to that sort of natural left-hand side position? Mane can move across, Jota play that left-hand side, Mane play the right-hand side like he did for that first season for us when he was player of the year, by the way. say, we know we can still do a job over there. I probably prefer to see it like that, from that point of view, and that's the reasons why. Kurt Jones in the centre of the park, yes, made up. Loved his little cameo at the weekend. Anyone watch the final word show? Me and Paul was just made up to see him back on the pitch. I think James Milner being in the centre, for me, when you look at it, potential sixes, that's why I definitely wouldn't have him in the right back position. Not again, not with this side. It's his experience, it's his leadership, it's his know-how, it's his ability, it's everything, and I want that in the middle of the park for me. And the question then is, can Conor Bradley do a job? And here's the downfall to this, I suppose. Conor Bradley and Kay Gordon. Now, I'm sure they've played with each other, but are you trusting them on the right-hand side, or is that just going to be, lads, you're asking for trouble if you're playing Conor Bradley and Kay Gordon down that right-hand side? Because Norwich are going to start focusing in on that, because you would, wouldn't you? You'd focus on them two rather than Origi and Kostas Tsimikas there. So maybe that's a reason that you might see Joe Gomez brought in. Kanate again gets a second game of football. I think I've talked myself out of that now. I think I've talked myself out. I'm going to change my start 11 prediction. I'm going to change that, and I'm going to say, you know what, Chris? Great argument, great point. Put Joe Gomez in at right back instead. Let's get into some of the comments. Having Gordon and Minamino up front will show more forward options, says Dal M. It must be grim up north, very dark picture, lads, or you're saving on the leg heat, mate. We're just in the same room as we always are, with the same lighting that we always are, so apologies for that one. I'm not going to lie, I think they'd be more scared of Gordon than Origi, says Cormac Curry X. Don't be sly. Right, let's look at the substitutions, the subs then. We're going to need a right back, so I think he's going to get there. We're going to need Matip. Probably, yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Maybe you just give Salah the week off completely and you throw him out the way. One. I'm going to get rid of Jordan. Right, one more player to get rid of. Oi, we've got a centre midfielder on in Fabinho. Yeah, I'm going to lose Kaide. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to lose Fabinho. It's too important to us. Can't have him getting injured in the Carabao Cup. Gosh, that doesn't look like a lot of substitutes anymore, does it? 7, like. There you go. That's me subs bench. I'm not particularly pleased with it. It looks a little weaker than I had anticipated. Average name says rest Salah 100%. Please can we put Milner as a striker? It says Icicle. Kaite will be needed for the Prem, says Reece Burns, and you're absolutely right. He will be, but so will Fabinho, so will Jordan Henderson. If Kaite's not there, I would be absolutely sound with a Kurt Jones or an Oxlade-Chamberlain. If the other two, Fabinho or Henderson, got involved and got a little bit of an injury, then I'd be less enthusiastic about it. So Naby Keita, but you are 100% right. I think the midfield probably at the weekend is going to be with Thiago Mission, Naby Keita, Fabinho and Jordan Henderson, unless James Milner plays that well that he decides to play in 3 games in a week, if indeed he does start in this one against Norwich. So there you go. That has been my starting 11 prediction. Really hoping to see the Taki Minamino get on the score sheet, have a good performance. Divock Origi the same, but it's the midfield where this game will be won, and Errol mentioned that on the build-up show. If we can put Milner, we can put Jones, and we can put Ox out in the middle of the park, strong defence, then let these 3 lads go. First goal scorer, Kai Gordon, yes please. That would be absolutely delicious. I would really, really enjoy that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget, we'll be here for the watch along. It's me and Paul tomorrow night on watch along duties, so I'm really looking forward to that one. 1 hour before kickoff. Of course, we'll be doing the podcast 10:30 in the morning live on YouTube as well, so come back and check that out. Then do team news with us, then do the watch along with us. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Ciao.